Hey guys, welcome back. So, I was debating on whether or not I wanted to make this video to go over Regice for tomorrow, but I decided I figure I might as well make it just so we can get an idea. And I also wanted to go over a little bit more about the special event that's going to be happening tomorrow, December 28th, from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. in your local time zone. So, what's going to be happening is that we're going to be having 2 hour glacial lures, which is pretty cool because I still have yet to get my hands on a cryogonal, so I'm gonna have to put some glacial lures up during that period. So that's gonna be pretty good. So and then you'll be able to spawn lappers a bit more. So that's gonna be pretty cool. And then if you evolve an Eevee during this period by a glacial lure into a Glaceon, you'll be able to receive a Glaceon that knows to charge attack Last Resort. So if you are unable to get yourself a Glaceon with Last Resort during the Community Day hours this past weekend, if I'm not mistaken, yes, this no last like 2 weeks ago, I should say, then you'll be able to obtain that. So but today's video is going to be focusing a little bit on Regice. So, I'm not going to be going too much into detail because we have already went over this before. But you know, Regice is a shiny variant available. It's pretty good in PvP ever since it got the new move Lock On, which we're going to go over that in just a moment. And what's cool though is that you'll be able to get 2 additional raid passes. So we'll be getting 2 free passes during this special event time period when you spend a photo disc at a gym. So, and these passes will not be available after the event period is over. So you have to make sure that if you're going to use those free passes, you have to use them during that period. Otherwise, you won't be able to You won't be able to get that second free pass. So, like if you spend one, but if you don't spend for another one after, you won't be able to receive that second pass. So, you have to use your free pass on a raid, and then get yourself another pass after that, and then make sure you spend to get another pass. So you can't hold them like kind of like how you hold the premium passes. So what I usually do is when there's a raid I want to do and there's these passes bonuses like that in effect, what I would do is I would jump into a raid. I would back out immediately to make sure I get that free pass. So at least I will be able to obtain that free pass for the next raid, and then just go right back in and finish whatever raid I want to do. So that's just a little tip for you guys in case you don't want to miss out on getting that pass. So anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's do a quick go. Oh, let's quickly go over Regice and see what this Pokemon is capable of. So, with that being said, I will see you guys on Go Hub. So, see you there. Regice with a max CP of 3,122. Regice is a pure Ice type with an attack of 179, defense 309, and stamina of 190. Going down to the weaknesses, it is going to be weak to fighting, fire, rock, and steel, while also resisting ice. So those are the weaknesses there. And going into the movesets, but its best moveset is Lock On and Blizzard. So ever since Regice did get access to Lock On, it's definitely have improved quite a bit. It's not as great as it should be, but at least it can put in some. What's good about it at least is that Lock On gives you a really fast energy, which lets you get access to your charge moves much faster than normal. So it makes him. It's because of that Regice has moved up in PvP. So let's go into the moves real quick. So Regice does get access to that Lock On, in addition to Frost Breath and Rock Smash. And then for charge moves, it gets Blizzard, Focus Blast, and Earthquake. So there you go. So Regice, of course, is definitely going to be fantastic for PvP. Unfortunately, though, Regice, we won't be able to obtain a Regice for PvP for the Great League, unfortunately, because Regice CP, as you guys can tell, is because it's going to be obtained in raids. The 100%. Obviously, it's going to be 1784, which is going to be too high to be able to access this thing for the Great League. Though I could be mistaken. Maybe the CP may be able to go down low enough for it to participate in the Ultra in the Great League. Sorry, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So, but in the Ultra League though, it still may have some use there in that regards as well. So. But overall, Regice is not bad. at all. Ever since they did get lock on, it's definitely has gradually improved. At least in PvP wise, in raids, it's still not so great, but it is one of the far more tankier ice types in the Pokemon, which is actually still not bad personally for in my opinion. So personally, because of that, I may invest in one, but I'm not too sure actually on that. But overall, it's not bad. It does have a shiny variant, which doesn't look all that crazy, but in case you guys want to see that for yourself, I don't know if they have that image here. Let me actually double check real quick. Oh yeah, they do actually. So as you see there, its shiny variant is going to be like a darker blue. So this way you can tell how it looks. So yeah. So overall, definitely want to use your fighting fire and fighting. What is it? Fire. I don't know why am I forgetting this information? Fighting fire, rock, and steel types against this ice type here. So the only question is, for this period, will this be in this tier 4 stats just like before, when we had the colossal weekend, when we had all three Regis were back in raids, and then we got Regigigas in the research, or is Niantic gonna give it the tier 5 stats and then it will go back to its 42,000 CP range where it should be. So anyways, let's go ahead and go over some quick counters, and I will see you guys there in just a moment. So I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, so here we are on the GoHub Regice raid guide here. I'm gonna keep it brief. I'm gonna go a little bit faster than normal because I think we pretty much all know what Pokemon we're gonna want to use against this Pokemon. But for those of you who are going to go ahead and go in on these raids for tomorrow, may want to take this opportunity to jet down your strong counters and set them up in the team. So anyways, if Regice does come back as good as an actual tier 5 stats, it should have a raid ball CP of 42,768 if it's a tier 5 stats. If it's tier 4 like before, excuse me, it's going to have a raid ball CP of 33,128. So if you see 33,128, as you guys already know, it could be duoed. But if it turns out to be this CP right here, which is 42,000, then you're going to definitely need at least minimum of 4 people at least to take it out with some strong counters. So the 100% IV for Regice is going to be 1784, as I mentioned before a little while ago. So 1784 is the 100% for Regice, and if I don't think it's gonna snow tomorrow, but if it does, the 100% IV for weather boosted Regice is 2230, which is currently only obtainable in snowy weather. So there you go. So 1784 is the number you're looking for if you're looking for the 100%. And of course, the shiny variant is available. So if you do get a shiny, be sure to pineapple because that will be a guaranteed catch. So keep that in mind. So, and then here's a little bit of here's a graph of what counters you want to use against here. Against Regice. So this was actually don't worry about the date because that was actually last month when we had the colossal weekend. So in case you guys are wondering in regards to that. So going into some strong counters here, we got Metagross here, one of the supreme counters here against Regice with Bullet Punch and Meteor Mash. Fantastic option for sure. Just gonna have to watch out for that Earthquake. That's pretty much all there is. Lucario with Aura Sphere is going to be another fantastic option. Ever since Lucario did get that that major upgrade with Aura Sphere, it's going to definitely be surpassing. I think it might be surpassing Metagross. I'm not too sure, but that's going to also be another fantastic counter versus Regice. However, it's going to have to watch out for Earthquake and Focus Blast because it's going to be weak to both of those. Then we got Moltres with Fire Spin and Overheat. Overall, a very good counter for sure. It will be able to resist the Focus Blast, being that part flying. It's neutral to the Blizzard, and I believe it will take reduced damage because of the flying typing. I could be wrong, but for Moltres is fantastic for sure. Then we got Chandelure, Fire Spin Overheat, has to watch out for that Earthquake, but overall Chandelure will be fantastic. It'll do really well against the Focus Blast variant, and it'll also do well against Blizzard. Then we got Entei, Fire Spin and Overheat, another good choice. Like Chandelure, has to watch out for that Earthquake. Charizard with Fire Spin and Blast Burn, also a fantastic choice here. It's going to be able to actually take reduced damage from the Focus Blast, neutral to Blizzard, and being able to take little damage from the Earthquake. So there you go. Then we got Machamp always a fairly consistent counter. While Lucario does far surpass Machamp in terms of DPS, your Machamp is still not going to be useless whatsoever. Machamp is still going to be really good against Regice with that counter dynamic punch. Then we got Blaziken with counter Blast Burn, also another fantastic choice for sure. Dialga with Metal Claw and Iron Head, not a bad choice at all. It's going to have to watch out for that Focus Blast and Earthquake. We got Ho-Oh with Steel Wing and Fire Blast, also not a bad option whatsoever. Just like Charizard and Moltres, it'll be able to take reduced damage from Focus Blast. And Ho-Oh is actually pretty tanky for sure. So if you guys were able to do a couple of Ho-Ohs, you may want to consider Ho-Oh, especially if you're going in with big groups. Then and just bring Ho-Oh and you'll be able to survive quite some time. So Ho-Oh is going to be a fantastic choice there. Then we got Heracross with counter and close combat, another solid choice. Actually, Heracross will be able to resist Focus Blast and Earthquake with that bug typing, so that's going to be pretty good. And it's going to be neutral to the Blizzard, so pretty good choice there. Flareon with Fire Spin and Overheat, another strong Pokemon there. Then we got Heatran with Fire Spin and Fire Blast. A little bit more on the lower choice end because Heatran is going to have to watch out. Actually, no, not Fire Blast. You want the Flamethrower because recently Heatran did get access to Flamethrower, which does make it better, but it's still not going to be outperforming much. But it'll at least put in some work with that Flamethrower. So you may want to go with that Flamethrower on Heatran over Fire Blast personally. So, however, Heatran is going to have to watch out for sure for that Earthquake. It's going to be 4 times weak to that Earthquake, but it'll be able to 4 times resist Blizzard with that Fire and Steel typing. So Heatran will shine really well if it happens to be the Blizzard variant. Then we got Jirachi, Charge Beam, Dune Desire. I don't think I'm ever going to invest in mine whatsoever because I'm saving mine for the Great League. Then we got Hariyama, Counter Dynamic Punch, another solid choice there. Magmortar with Fire Spin and Fire Blast. And then finally, we got Typhlosion with Ember and Blast Burn. Some other good notable choice counters that they didn't list here. Like I mentioned before, Lucario with counter and Aura Sphere is going to be another supreme counter versus Regice because, like I said, it does far outpace Machamp. But if you don't have Lucario, you could always just go with the Machamps. That'll still do you well either way. So keep that in mind. You can also use Rampardos with Smackdown and Rock Slide, another strong counter, but it's going to have to 100% watch out for that Focus Blast and Earthquake. And on top of that, Rampardos is going to be a bit of a glass cannon, so you're gonna have to be careful. If you're gonna have to do some dodging if you're gonna use Rampardos. So do keep that in mind. So, and you can also go ahead and use Tyranitar with Smackdown and Stone Edge, but you're gonna have to watch out for that Focus Blast for sure. 4 times weak to that, so I probably wouldn't recommend Tyranitar with Smackdown and Stone Edge, but if that's your best counter, you may want to consider it, just for the most part. Blizzard, if it's Blizzard, then Tyranitar should be okay for the most part. Breloom is actually not a bad choice either. It's just going to have to watch out for the Blizzard, but other than that, Breloom will be able to resist Focus Blast. Oh no, sorry. It's going to be neutral to Focus Blast, but if it's Earthquake, Breloom will be able to be used in that scenario because it's going to be resisting the Earthquake, having that grass typing. So definitely a good choice there. Like they mentioned before, they mentioned Blaziken. You can also use Infernape as well, with Fire Spin and Blast Burn. Is actually not that bad. Infernape with Fire Spin, Blast Burn is also not a bad choice whatsoever. You may want to consider that as well. So, and then Arcanine with its newly learned Flamethrower. At least if you guys, it's still not gonna outshine the other top counters, but Arcanine with Fire Fang and Flamethrower will still be fantastic for sure. Just gonna have to watch out for that Earthquake. But other than that, it's also a fantastic choice for sure. And yeah, so there you go, guys. That's gonna be it on this raid guide. I'm just trying to keep it short and sweet because I'm pretty sure you guys already know what to expect when it comes to this Pokemon. So good luck out there to those who are still trying to get their shiny Regice, because you will have from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. in your local time zone to be able to get your hands on a shiny Regice. So me personally, I'm just going to be focusing a little bit more on using Glacial Lures to get myself Cryogonal because I still don't have one. So, sad face to me, I know. But hopefully I'll be able to get that in due time. And I would imagine they will be prioritizing more on the ice types than the water types. Because the spawn, I used a few Glacial Lures yesterday, and the spawns I got off of it was really terrible. Like, I kept getting Spheal. I mean, Sneasel's not bad. It could be a shiny variant. Snover could be a shiny variant, so... But other than that, it was just terrible. But anyways, good luck tomorrow, guys. If for those who are still after your shiny Regice, because that's gonna be happening tomorrow. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I got a special video planned for this upcoming Tuesday on New Year's Eve. So stay tuned for that. And with that, thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.